So, like, does anyone remember when a certain podcaster would go on his show and discuss things like how queer people should be stoned to death? The kind of public execution he also believed young children should watch? Or how about when an actual Fox News host went on the air and just casually discussed his brilliant idea to give the homeless the death penalty? Or how about when an actual concentration camp was erected in 8 days on American soil, complete with merch just waiting for the broke bitches who were cheering on the idea of alligators eating people? And now these same folks are up in arms about insensitivity over political violence. Yeah, the same people who call us snowflakes can't stand the lack of empathy for a man who didn't believe in empathy. His words, not mine. And you know, it never ceases to amuse me how the fuck your feelings crowd just can't stand it when a comedian comes after their cult daddy. It's like, weren't you guys the ones who didn't think that Orange Julius Jr.'s Paul Pelosi Halloween costume a couple of years ago was that big a deal? Like, weren't you the biggest crybabies about cancel culture? And now you want the opinions that you don't like to be silenced? And by the way, directly quoting somebody does not equate an opinion. It hardly constitutes a joke. And just directly calling out a particular group for their blatant hypocrisy, that's just the ugly truth. And because we all know that the threat of getting Kimmel off the air has been looming for quite some time now, I think it's pretty clear that this wasn't about being insensitive to political violence. This was a long time coming, and ultimately what it comes down to is a merger that hinged on the approval of the orange-leaning head of the FCC, which made it abundantly clear would not pass, much less the new licensing, unless ABC punished a certain late show host. And the fragile fermenting felon-in-chief is now trying to claim that the First Amendment does not extend to criticism of him, even though that is exactly what the First Amendment is all about. Again, for the upteenth time, the First Amendment, the freedom of speech in particular, was written to protect the people from retaliation by the government for criticizing the government. And yet, the guy who ran on ending state censorship only wants state-controlled media. I don't know how much more on the nose it needs to get. Because the fact of the matter is that this insecure, intolerant, impotent regime is actively silencing critics, targeting the others, and systematically stripping us of our civil liberties while we're distracted with the loudest headlines. Welcome to the wonderful world of Hitler's Hog Heaven. I guess most Americans have never read the First They Came For poem. Then again, most Americans have never read. So congratulations, dipshits. We are now everything that you claim to hate about North Korea, China, and Iran. And you're either too dumb or too apathetic to realize it. Release the fucking Epstein files.